What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Music NFT Podcast. We're back, baby. Back for another week. Brock, how we doing?
I'm really good, thank you. It has been an amazing week, full of fun-filled hangouts and just, I don't know, we've been working.
What?
Hangouts. We've been hanging out, mate. Working, loving life. Had my daughter all day
Fun-filled
today. It's been
hangouts.
great. I'm just happy,
So
mate.
cute.
Is that sorry? You know what hasn't
Is that
made me
sorry?
happy this week? Sorry. Sorry.
Sorry.
You know-
Sorry?
You know what hasn't made me happy this week?
Tell me.
Once again, the ARIA Awards have come and gone. For those of you that don't
Whoa,
know,
Australia's biggest night in music.
for those of you that don't know what the ARIAs are, for most of our listeners, because no one from Australia listens to this podcast, it is our awards. It is our Grammys for our music, our musicians. It is the lowest rated TV show every year. It, without fail, make sure it doesn't even break. Like, in comparison, our Emmys, which is Logies for here, gets about 900,000 viewers. The ARIA's got 220,000 last night, and there's actually been good reviews this year round. They didn't fumble. The last decade has been just a blunder after blunder, with acts playing, people drunk, like all kinds of things.
I saw a lot of people posting that this was like the best year that the ARIAs has been in a while. It's like one of the best shows that they've had, and it's a shame because no one watched it.
Well, this is what happens: is your brand gets chucked in the toilet for so long that eventually, when you come in good, no one's watching it anymore. So hopefully, it brings an uptick for next year. But what I wanted to really talk about is what perturbed me so much about this is the fact that Australia has $1 billion music industry. You know, the festival industry here is just as massive. There is a large, we have musicians that go global. There is so much happening for us. I mean, they gave Taylor Swift an award last night and they still couldn't crack any ratings. But above all that, I am, number one, run an entertainment agency. So I should feel connected to the music industry. I don't, because I didn't know the ARIAs were on until the day before. That's strike number one, guys. Like, if I've been on social media, which I have every day for the last 3 months before the awards happen, and not seen an ad, not been fed one ad, when I should easily be in their demographic, if likes music, tick, promote the ARIAs. That's all the ads should need to do. And I didn't see one ad about it, nothing marketing it, no one talking about it, unless I listened to Triple J. And that's how I found out the ARIAs were on, was the breakfast show was talking about the ARIAs. And then I went on their TikTok today because I was like, fuck, I feel I'm going to go on this channel, which should be, I mean, for musicians now, for the last 5 years, TikTok has proven that it's been blowing people up. So you'd think a brand that's about to bring out its own streaming service, a platform like that would be pretty important for something like the ARIA Awards. Nah, 4K followers, obviously don't give a shit about the posts, have no idea how TikTok works. You can just tell, like, the kind of posts that are on there. You're like, fucking hell, who is running this fucking sinking ship? And then thankfully, every artist, everyone that was at the awards this year was like, wow, thank goodness that was actually good. But the surrounding entity of this awards ceremony seems to be fucking just dropping a big bag of shit on this,
Do you think it's just the old dogs in suits just like going, yeah, just run it the same again as we always did. Just
run it back.
TV, night of nights. Let's run it back.
I think the problem, man, it's just awards. I believe the undercurrent of awards now has just started to get to a place where people just don't believe it anymore. People don't believe the choices that are being made. So I think that's the real problem globally with awards. And we've talked about this privately before. And yeah, I think that's half the problem is that we believe there is one white dude who's pulling the strings for the whole of the music industry and the whole of TV. That's still just something that's in everyone's head that we can't get rid of. But when your brand is like God, like I almost feel like my agency has a better brand than ARIA. You know what I mean? Like,
do you think like was it like live streamed anywhere, or could you only watch it on TV?
so what they did is they did the full broadcast on Stan. So for those that aren't from Australia, Stan is a streaming service in Australia. But then they did a 2-hour tight cut, which is the first time they've ever done this. They didn't allow, like they kind of made it actually an awards television show. So it was no one dragging chats on, like they just cut shit short and just were like, here's who this got. And they just focused on the, like G Flip performing, those kind of things. They focused on the music performances and the key awards. And then like, if there was time, they'd chuck in like the nothing awards here and there. But the mainstream was on Stan. Yeah. But I mean, the award ceremony ratings has been going down every year. So, whether it's on a streaming platform or fucking on SBS, no one cares. As I said, I think awards, they need to figure out globally, not just Australia.
Yeah, there's a shake-up that needs to happen on awards.
Because it's just, I mean, even the Triple J awards are kind of in the bin as well. And they were big about 5 years ago.
Oh, like the Hottest 100?
No, Hottest 100 is still big, but they do the Triple J Awards, which is like they vote like who had the best live performance of the year, who was the best newcomer rapper of the year, like those kind of things. Who has the best album?
I don't think I've ever heard of those awards.
Exactly. So if you're a Triple J listener, you know about them. But I think they got big because Triple J was kind of had a brand that was growing, and then I think COVID kind of knocked that in the ass. But yeah, I just feel like if you can put something together where you're flying fucking Taylor Swift into Australia, because I guarantee there's no way she'd come in except like she'd fly herself here to pick up a fucking dog shit award from us. Like that was a brand play for them. And they had Dolly Parton out here.
They didn't fly her in to get the award.
Oh, they gave it to her overseas? I didn't see that. I thought everything. All the footage I was looking at.
Yeah.
All the footage I was looking at was like of her standing next to bloody old mate. But he's in America, isn't he? The presenter that they had give it to her.
She definitely wasn't here for it.
Oh, good. I was like,
that's what would have saved it. Oh, sorry guys, we just got disconnected there, but we're back. We're back online. So no, Brock, Taylor Swift did not fly to Australia to accept an ARIA. Had she have done that though, it could have saved the ARIAs. And I bet 1 million people would have tuned in just to see Taylor accept an award. So maybe that's something for next year.
Well, we'll get onto the team about that. I know they had, I think Troye Sivan presented an award. Dolly Parton presented an award. Who else? I think that's kind of it for like people that internationals might know. I think that's kind of it. So it's like really I don't know how to fix it, but I do think awards as a whole need to shake up because I think distrust is rife in the music industry, and it's beginning at the awards. It begins and ends with things like awards, because it's like, well, who's voting on these? How do we get the numbers? Who comes up with that? How do they get nominated? Like and we've seen it right throughout the decades, where things like the Grammys and stuff, where people just don't understand how someone else won. And the world's getting better, and
they never tell you. They never. There's no criteria or anything, or no sheet that you can like tick things off. It's just like, oh, cool, I won, or oh, I didn't.
So yeah, I think that's kind of my gripe for this week. I just really think that something that could platform the Australian music industry internationally, like an awards ceremony, if it was good and had ratings and was interesting and garnered news and people from other, like we watch the Grammys from America. We watch other countries' music awards ceremonies. Like, why would anyone watch ours? As a matter of fact, not many of the people in our own country watch it. A very small percentage. I did a. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, if I was in charge of the ARIAs, I would have a stand-up comedian deliver a 30-second joke along with the winner, and it's just TikToks. And they're just sponsored TikToks that get fed to you if you like that person's music.
I mean,
that's my ARIAs.
If Dolly Parton had done a TikTok dance, now, here we go. Now we're talking, like that's what they should have been thinking about.
Can Dolly Parton dance anymore, or is she too old?
I don't think those hips move anymore, buddy. She probably had a double hip replacement for sure.
Probably.
Was there anything else that we wanted to discuss tonight, or is it just me?
Just quickly
peppering
on the
ARIAs?
music NFT front, Steve Aoki has announced a new music NFT project. I believe he's done one of these before called Hero Quest, which is like it's a mixture of like music, it's a graphic novel, and it's trading cards. So like the art on it is very anime cartoonish. But yeah, he's releasing a second edition of this, which comes with a new album of music that he's worked on, with a graphic novel and also 4 trading cards from like a set, so you can buy a pack and get these.
Is the Aoki verse still going, or that for when he originally started?
I believe so. I haven't checked in. Maybe we should check in.
We should check in on that. Yeah.
Another week.
Yeah, let's expose that. I'm sure there'll be some little dark hidden secrets in that one.
Yeah, I'd love to know if anyone's like cashed in the major thing, like release a song with him or something. Maybe this is what this is. Who knows?
Well, he'll be back out in Australia next year for Australia's version of Ultra, which would be interesting. I mean, the line's pretty terrible.
Although he was just here. So it's not like we've had a chance to miss him yet, but
our hearts yearn for Steve Aoki.
I guess we'll take what we can get, hey?
Yeah, I think, well, at the moment, everyone's just cancelling Australian tours, so I think right now it's whatever we can get is good. What's good for Australia is good for nobody.
Indeed. But that might be it. That might be everything for this week. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to rate and review, subscribe, share it with a friend, and we will catch you on the next one.